Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Scorpio. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is the extended bonus reading for Scorpio for mid-September 2023. But do know the energy is timeless. So anytime that you're seeing this, if the message or the title resonates, then there could be messages for you. Keep watching, and just take what resonates, leave the rest that doesn't. So the title of this reading, because this is the extended from the last one. The title of this reading was The Worst is Over, Massive Incoming Transformation for You. And Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Uranus, Juno, and Vesta. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. Super Scorpio over here. And man, if this reading wasn't reminiscent of what I've been going through, we're just coming out of Mercury retrograde. This summer we had a total, at the pinnacle of things, we had a total of 7 different retrogrades happening all at once, and then Mercury being the big doozy, and that just ended, thank goodness, and that one hit me hard. I would go watch the other reading so I don't have to repeat all of myself, but long story short, Mercury retrograde is a time of reflection, when you're supposed to reflect upon things that you've been putting off in the past, that you weren't ready to deal with, that you didn't want to deal with, whether or not you're ready for it. And during Mercury retrograde, it will put it right front and center and slap you in the face, right? And make you deal with it. And that's exactly what happened to me. So the first cards that came out was Correct Your Mistakes, top of the deck. And that's what this is talking about. These next 2 weeks coming out of Mercury retrograde is the shadow period. And so this is the time that, it's a 2-week period in which, it's like stagnant leftover energy that we need to deal with what transpired from the last 2 weeks, and, kind of get rid of that lingering energy. And that's what this Correct Your Mistakes is about. Deal with it. Like, okay, you identified what the problem was. You identified what the issue was. Now, what are you going to do to fix that so that it never happens again? Because that's the whole point. Break that cycle, right? Correct your mistakes. At the same time, bottom of the deck, we have Go for Your Dreams. And this is where it takes us into the tarot because, and it was funny, the death card kept on popping up as I was doing the shuffle. And that's the sign of Scorpio. The death card is Scorpio. So it's death and rebirth. It means transformation, transforming a situation, transforming yourself from the past into something new. We are masters at this energy, right? So death and rebirth was the first card to pop out. So there's been a transformation in the past, and I feel like it's this whatever transpired and happened during Mercury retrograde. But then current energy, we've got the Ace of Wands, and that's having an awakening, a eureka moment. Also, possibly the beginning of a new passionate relationship with somebody. Could be a Taurus energy because we have the Hierophant popping out. But there's also messages. So you could have some messages coming in from like a Hierophant type energy, potentially a Taurus. Or this could be because the Hierophant is like a religious leader, someone very spiritual, somebody with higher authority. You could have somebody coming in with higher authority, bringing you or delivering you messages that will help you ascend to a higher level of your career or a higher level of learning or knowledge or power or spirituality. Many of us could also be having awakenings. This Ace of Wands is always my awakening card, and so it's like taking you to a higher level of divine knowledge. And what this is going to do is completely change the world for you. We've got the World card showing up underneath the deck, and this is something to celebrate. We've got 2 + 1 = 3, and that's celebration. It's what you have to look forward to. You feel this energy coming. Because the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you too is, it's called Centuries by Fall Out Boy, and it talks about some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you will remember me for centuries. And then it says, I can't stop till the whole world knows my name. So it's like, there's like a passion project or some type of job or something that you're working on or that you're going to be known for, or you're going to be stepping up in the world and be known for this, right? And that's as you go for your dreams, because then we have the Pixie Perot, and this talks about being your true authentic self. Taking off the mask, not being what everybody else wants you to be, but you being your own true authentic self, you as an individual, and those qualities, helping you shine bright. That's literally what this card was about. Then we have White Duchess, card number 15. Something significant could have happened on the 15th of this month, could be happening by the 15th of next month, but 1 + 5 = 6, and that's victory. It's victory, it's balancing things out, but it's also moving from rough waters to calmer, smoother waters, easier communication, getting past all the rough, choppy stuff, the death and mistakes and the things that were done during Mercury retrograde. It's getting past that energy, and that's literally what White Duchess is about. It's about recognizing and reflecting on the past, knowing that you had these things happen. It could be, a bad past, trauma, that kind of stuff. But knowing that the past is in the past, you that's not who you are. You are not a product of the things that have been done to you or that you experienced, because you have now moved on and transformed from that past self, right? You have learned, you're taking these lessons and growing from them. And so that's what White Duchess is about, is just basically saying, listen, the past was valuable to you for the lessons that you learned from it, but now it's time to move forward and everything's going to be okay. Smoother communication, balancing out, calmer waters, so to speak. So this is actually, it's a very beautiful read, but we're going to continue by clarifying with the Modern Witch Tarot deck and see what other messages that Spirit has for Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio for our higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity, please? What do we have for Scorpio, please? To clarify for Scorpio for our higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Thank you. Oh, that one wanted to fall out. That was the Queen of Swords. One more shuffle. So making wise decisions, being methodical and thinking. I see 333 on the clock right now. You might want to go look up angel number 333. Energy going into the shuffle is the Six of Cups, more sixes. This is a nostalgic feeling. It's somebody that brings out your childlike energy, that makes you feel vulnerable, giddy almost. This could be somebody that you've known for a very long time or from your past. Again, someone that brings out your inner child. It's about inner child, but Six of Cups is also about your future self. So it's just like, I feel like these are like friends, family, or just even if it's a new connection, somebody that makes you, like, brings out the kid again, brings out the kid in you, right? Makes you feel happy. What's the Death and Rebirth card for Scorpio? Okay. Three of Cups, celebration. I feel like whatever this transformation was, this death and rebirth, I feel like this is the rebirth for you, Scorpio. This Three of Cups, like you're celebrating the fact that you've gotten past this death card energy, right? I'm going to move this up a little bit so I have some more room. There we go. I feel like, yeah. Also, you could be getting past... a scenario where there was like a third party involved. That could be the death, and then the rebirth is celebrating, you know, you moving forward, moving on from it. Somebody could have had you in a third party. What's the Ace of Wands? What's the Ace of Wands for Scorpio, please? Thank you. There's that Queen of Swords again. She wanted to come out. Yeah. This is you, Scorpio, making wise decisions moving forward. You're having an awakening and realizing what part your decision-making played in the past and what you need to do now in order to move forward. It's very clear to you now. Like, Notice how her hand is in the air and she's just very decisive. She's like, onward, we're doing this, let's go. Sword is up, she's ready to fight, she's ready to play. The Queen of Swords, she doesn't mess around. She's very wise, and it's because she's been through the lessons. She's been through the ins, the outs. It's all her experience. And so when she makes a decision, she doesn't change her mind about it. She knows exactly what she wants and how she's going to get it done. And this is that Ace of Wands. It's that eureka, that knowing. It's like a passionate knowing, and she's ready to go, putting the thought behind it, the logic, the know-how. What's the Hierophant? Oh, the Star. So I see a lot of healing. This could be healing with yourself. This also could be this Hierophant energy. If this is another person coming into your world, this is going to be a very healing connection. Also, this Hierophant could be like a star, somebody who's on stage, somebody who, commands attention, somebody who could be spiritual or a wise leader. Now, but the star could also be you, Scorpio. This is like you looking at what it's going to take to get you to the star-like energy. Also very healing energy for you. I just realized she's naked, and I hope I don't get blocked on YouTube for that, but whatever. What do we have for the Eight of Wands for Scorpio? What's the Eight of Wands for Scorpio? I feel like you're going to have messages coming in from this energy, or it just could be the divine on steps forward. Okay, what do we got here? Oh yeah, Queen of Wands, for sure. So you could have messages coming in from a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but I feel like okay. Oh, yes. So the Queen of Wands is a very beautiful queen, right? She's sexy, seductive. She's like the other woman, right? And I feel like somebody's looking at you like this. Very magical. She's very magical too. The Queen of Wands is known as the witch out of all of the queens, and it could be a good witch. I'm not saying witch is bad, but I feel like I really feel like, especially with the song and everything, that for many of us Scorpios, specifically the females, but if you're male, like this could be your feminine side, your feminine energy. This is you stepping up into this star-like energy. Very smart, Queen of Swords, but also very magical and very alluring is the word that's coming to mind, because you're healed with that star energy. You're in a place of healing. You've ascended. You're getting these downloads. You're going to be getting messages from a lot of people, a lot of suitors, because now not only are you moving into like the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy is like pre-Empress energy. We've got Empress underneath the deck with the World. You're doing big things. You're making big moves. A lot of people are going to know your name. And that's what the song is about. And I can't stop till the whole world knows my name. Wow. Queen of Pentacles behind that with the Ace of Swords. That's the truth. And the world behind that again. Wow. Devil and then Ten of Pentacles. So that's just talking about, careful about toxicity around materialism and money. But for many of you Scorpios, there's going to be a massive stepping up into this world. A new cycle is beginning. This is gorgeous energy, and I love it. Go for your dreams, Scorpio. So now we're going to pull a Witch's Kitchen Oracle. Yeah, if you feel like you've been, literally like running hurdles, jumping over hurdles, just to get to where you're at right now, just know that was, there's always going to be distractions. There's always going to be mountains to climb right before you hit your goals, right before the big changes come. It's like the universe is always testing you to make sure that you can handle it, you know. They test your strength because when the good stuff comes in, they want to know, and I say they, your spirits want to know that you're going to be strong enough to handle and balance it all, not waste, you know, the good stuff coming in, that you're going to value it, you know. And I feel like for many of us, that's exactly what has been happening. Okay. Scorpio, what do we got? Underneath the deck, Blackberry Invasive. So this is a warning, just to be careful, not to let invasive thoughts come into play, not to let any kind of negativity from the outside, and also put up, you know, they talk about blackberries and how there's lots of thorns and stuff, and, you know, prickly to be able to get to the berries itself. And this is talking about protecting yourself so you can protect, you know, the fruits of what you're developing, right? I'm hearing protect your peace, just protection, but also chamomile, relax. It's like, yes, protect yourself, but also relax. You're not in fight or flight mode anymore. That's what this White Duchess is all about. We're at a period now where it's calmer travels, calmer waters, right? When we're always in this fight mode, flight or fight mode, it's like a constant state of anxiety and anxiousness, right? Waiting for the other shoe to drop at all times. I know that this is a common feeling for Scorpio because, again, I am one. But Spirit is saying now this is a period for us to relax, drink some chamomile, you know, take a step back and enjoy, embrace the energy that's around you right now. If you don't enjoy the present moment, you're not going to be able to enjoy, you know, the future moments that you know, universe is trying to bring in for you. You have to relax and just let it come to you. Stop trying to control everything. And I know that's also a hard one for Scorpio as well. Don't let those invasive thoughts, don't let the invasive anxiety from, you know, everything that transpired and happened in the past come creeping back up on you, because that messes with the energy. You know, the more you think about it, the more that energy, you know, will manifest around you. Let it go. Relax. Drink a cup of tea. Have some chamomile. And just get some rest. I feel like you definitely need as much rest as possible right now, Scorpio. You know, ultimately for your healing. We're always healing. We never stop. You know, and Scorpios, we need a lot of rest. We love to sleep. Naps are my favorite pastime. Absolute favorite pastime. Did my candle go out? My candle went out. Okay. Wonder when that went out. Huh. Okay, one more for Scorpio. What is our Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle message for Scorpio, please? Underneath the deck, enchantment, celebration. That's celebration. There's something to celebrate. Yeah, I feel like for many of us, we're celebrating the fact that we got through this rough little patch, right? And we're transforming. We're, you know, getting past that. There's lots to celebrate about that and what we have to look forward to. You could have just recently gotten some really good news. And it's like you're starting to see that white light at the end of the tunnel. You're starting to see the direction that you can take. Things may not completely be changing right now at the moment, but it's like you see the path. It's highlighted, it's illuminated as to what's going to take you. And for some others of you, you may be actually going out and celebrating, you know, cannabis cocktails and whatnot, spending time with more friends. There could be birthdays and that type of thing. Top of the deck, future love letter. I love you. Oh, I love this. So many of you guys are calling in a soulmate or a divine partner. But also this talks about self-love. And this also talks about manifesting by putting yourself in that future situation. It's writing a love letter to yourself and thanking yourself for where you plan on being in the future. And then when you get to that point, reading that letter, realizing where you were in the past. It's a very powerful manifestation when you're able to do this. Where's my book? I want to read this. Where is the book? Sorry if you hear my chair squeaking. Okay, so 72, 7 plus 2 is 9. Nines are culmination points. It's like the wounded warrior energy. Very, very wise. A great leader. Tired as all get out because you've been through the ups, the downs, the battles. But a good defender. You're still, down for the fight, ready to, have one last go if you need to. But also ready to put down the burdens. So, future love letter. I love you. I am incredibly lucky to have plenty of money to spare. Imagine every moment that your future self is looking at your present moment and saying, yes, you got this. Don't give up. Something amazing is right around the corner. That's what this has been talking about, the entire message. Well, that's exactly what they're doing, and you can bet that your future self is already smiling as you pull this card. This card holds a mirror with a journal placed on top. You see an opportunity to bring yourself some clarity, and you are encouraged to write that as future self. When this card appears, it reminds you to write a letter of encouragement from your future self. To journey deeply, write a letter to yourself from 5 years in the future, 15 years in the future, and 25 years in the future. This card emerges at a time when you are ready to pause and reflect on what the mirror has shown up to this point in time. Crystal pairing jade. So if you have jade, go grab your jade and get a journal and start writing love letters to yourself 5, 15, and 25 years from now. And where you plan on being. This, again, guys, this is exactly what this is talking about. Being able to reflect on your past. It's like, think about where you were 5 years ago or 15 years ago. And for some of us, 25 years ago. And think about all the things that, we thought about back then and what we wanted to do in our lives and where we wanted to be and where you are right now in this present moment. So now take this present moment and put it into the future. What do you want to do in 5 years? What do you want to do in 15 years? What do you want to do in 25 years? And put that into action by journaling it. I absolutely love that for you. I want to see what this enchantment is, or celebration. 86. Somebody could be born in 1986. So the enchantment card encourages you to raise your glass, and in this glass are your plant spirit companions transmuted, much like the death and rebirth card, into the water to deliver joy, dancing, and celebration. We know through the study of epigenetics that it's the environment that signals the gene and not the other way around. If our emotions are the end product of any experience in any environment, it is our emotions that turn the gene expression on and off. So especially if you feel sad and this card has come to you, toast to you and yours. So basically it's saying, like, if you're in a bad place right now, it's like you need to raise the vibration by changing your mood and celebrating the little things, whatever it is, but change that vibration, change that frequency, and then the universe will correspond, to match that vibration, to match that energy. And before you know it, things are going to be changing more positively as long as you remain in that higher vibration. I hope that made sense, but it's like, it makes so much sense. So yeah, plant spirit red clover. If you start seeing red clovers around, maybe drink some red clover tea. Bring in a celebratory feeling. But this is all about celebrating yourself, manifesting what this is that you're moving towards. People are going to know your name. Go for your dreams. Put those put that energy out there right now. That's what Spirit is calling for, because big things are about to happen for you. Massive transformation is happening. It's literally incoming right now as we speak. So that's what I have for you this week, Scorpio. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and that you hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified of all of my upcoming content. If you are interested in a personal reading, I have all of my contact information in the description below. But as you know, it's together we grow. So I look forward to reading for you again in the future. And I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic week. I will see you on the flip side. Peace, Scorpio.